KE8MEP, KC8YTV.
Yeah, copy that. Actually, all of the contacts so far today have been U.S. other than the one Italy station. And actually, the signals are all really good today. As I scroll through 20 meters, about every 3 kilohertz, there was a station, most of them CODA. There was one kind of in the Bronx, New York, that was, it was actually pretty clear. I was surprised. Asked him if he was running an amp or anything, but he said no, and he was 5.9 plus into the start. Back to you, KC8MEP, KC8YTV.
Okay, fine business. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yesterday on my activation, I let a guy know, a guy that I talked to kind of in the mornings on CW, and I let him know that I was out there, and he called and we chatted for a little bit. And it was kind of cool to, it was QRP. So he was in Dorset, Ohio, which is kind of by Ashtabula, whatever. I think that's not too far from where you're at. And that worked out fine. Anyway, back to you, KE8MEP, KC8YTV.
Yeah, did I hear his QTH right in North Homestead or Homestead? Was that where he said he was? If so, yeah, that's only about 40 minutes from here.
He's by Ashtabula. Dorset is the little township, but Ashtabula, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I know where that's at. I think it's pronounced Ashtabula, and that's up in the snow belt. Did he happen to mention if they still had any snow on the ground up there, or anything about the weather being kind of cool and snowy?
No, he did not say anything about the weather much. He might have given me a brief report, but I don't remember any mention of snow. It was kind of cloudy where we were at, but we could see out to the horizon on Lake Erie, and it was still kind of nice. Go ahead.
Yeah, copy that. I think being up in the snow belt, they definitely get more than we do down here, but I know it's been pretty warm the last few days, so I meant to ask you about your trip to New York. Was that just kind of on a whim, or did you guys go visit someone? Glad you got to get out and play radio.
Right, yeah, that was cabin fever motivated, and some non-zero degree of whim involved. Yep. I did talk to a guy on 2 meters. I'd set up just my QRP rig and a telescoping whip on the balcony, and we talked for a little while, and he said it was a little unusual that it was this warm this time of year, and that if this was normally normal weather, we would be snowed in very big time with blizzards. But because it was so warm, the precipitant was just rain, and that was his thoughts about how we were lucky. Otherwise, if it was normal weather, we'd probably be stuck up there in Buffalo/Niagara until springtime.
Yeah, so you were in the Buffalo area. I've got some friends that used to go up there a lot with snowmobile, and that's how much snow they normally have up there. And it was about this time of the year when they would go, so it does sound like you guys got a little lucky and caught some decent weather, at least as far as winter is concerned. Well, it sounds like you guys are doing a little bit of cabin fever too. I was sitting around last night and with him hauling about going out today, but boy, I don't think I could sit in the house another day, so it's nice to get out and have some radio gear out and test the Eskimo ice dancing. So I'm pretty happy. So far, like I said, it's a little on the small side, but it'll definitely work for what I need it to. Back to you.
KE8MEP, KC8YTV. Roger that on cabin fever. Yep. And it feels good to get out and do some setup and get some fresh air and sunlight. Forgot to ask, what radio are you on?
I brought the 891, but I do have a Ryzen sitting behind me that I'm thinking about pulling out of the case and giving that a try. I don't know if I told you or not, but Mastering Amateur Radio Club that I joined since moving up here. The president, John Meyer, WG8X or WHGX, I mixed his call up. He had a Ryzen that he used for TW, and he was wanting to get something new, and he gave me an incredible deal on it. And I figured I would grab that and use it for maybe some QRP, especially since I'm learning CW now.
Righto. Roger on all that. Copying all, Philip. I think that's a 20 watt QRP, and the SDR is really great, and the CW filter will get down to like 50 hertz. So that's just dynamite stuff there. With 50 hertz, you can pretty much get rid of anybody that's, unless they're exactly right on top of you, the nearby station noise, you can pretty much get rid of that. The challenge though is if you're that narrow, then anybody calling on an older radio that might be off a little bit, you might not even hear them. So maybe keep the filter open wide until you've acquired the guy, then narrow down to eliminate nearby stations and so forth. But that sounds like a really nice rig. All I know about it is stuff I read. I was thinking about getting one, but I ended up going with the DX60s. Back to you.
Yeah, I've heard similar about the filtering on that, how nice it is and how tight you can get it. Didn't think about the fact, though, that might make contact a little more difficult, at least at first. So keeping that filter a little wider would be a very good idea until you get zeroed in on them. I've actually only turned it on, no antenna hooked up to it or anything like that. So I have a lot to learn because there aren't a lot of buttons. Everything's in menus, and every button has 3 or 4 functions. So the long-term plan is actually get that up and running, make sure everything works the way it's supposed to, use it for CW, at least in the near term, and then once my friend in Dallas gets licensed, I will probably let him borrow it until he's able to buy a radio. It'll be a while for him. I had some second thoughts about that because of all of the complexities associated with an SDR radio and QRP or 20 watts. All of that presents some challenges, but a radio is a radio, and it would be good maybe for him to at least play with in the beginning. Back to you.
KE8MEP, KC8YTV. Okay, well, that's very generous of you to consider lending that out. Wow. Okay. Shoot, what else is going on here? My daughter just stopped by and gave a hug. Not sure what she's up to, but I'll find out when we're concluded. Yeah, we just enjoyed that trip. How was visiting with the family? Did you have both the youngsters and you and your wife all together there for a few days?
Yeah, glad your daughter's there. Gave you a hug. Speaking of which, yeah, our folks, Mackenzie and Colin, made it in. Would have been Saturday this past weekend, and they were able to stay until Monday afternoon. Both of them had to get back down to the Cincinnati area. Colin had work, and Mackenzie, she has work as well. A couple things in motion with her. She's ready to graduate. Has all of her classes taken care of, but she's deferred it until the spring, partly because she was late applying for graduation. Also partly because she wasn't really sure if she wanted to go back for her master's. So we think that she's going to actually end up trying to get a job in the pharmacy field, which is kind of interesting because she went to school for psychology. But yeah, it was good having both of them here, even if it was only for a day, day and a half. Got to see them and ate way too much food and candy, so that was good. KE8MEP, back to you, KC8YTV.
KE8MEP, KC8YTV. Okay, fine business. Well, shoot, it sounds like a short couple of days with the whole crew together, but I guess that's good. I had this whole entire week off, and most of it was out and back from to New York and back. And that's fine. We just goofed off, and we enjoyed it. We also dovetailed in a stop at my son's place, he and his wife and grandchild, in Pittsburgh, and we had a couple hours with them last night playing some board games, and it was just really nice. I'm kind of dreading work starting Monday or Tuesday it is. That's going to be uphill, but we just take, we'll get back into it. Ha ha. Back to you there, Philip.
Yeah, I was going to ask you if you got to see any of the relatives while you were off. I know they're kind of spread out far, some of them, and not able to see all of them. So I'm glad you got to see your son for a little bit. But yeah, it's I'm definitely not looking forward to work starting back up on Tuesday either. We did get some good news at work. I think I told you about some parts that we were trying to get shipped before the end of the year, and we had 3 that was our goal. We didn't think that would happen. 3 different part numbers. That was the goal, but it was a pretty rocky goal. We actually ended up achieving that. So for the most part, everybody has left me alone for the past week. I've been off as well. I did get an email from my boss today asking me to send out a report. So I'll probably do that when I get back to the house this evening. I think I'm going to sit around and eat some warm food and watch college football. The Ohio State Buckeyes play tonight, so that's my team, and I'm looking forward to that. And then who knows this weekend? Don't really have any big plans, but I am going to try to do another park activation on Monday, New Year's Day, for POTA. I think that's a Support Your Park weekend, if I'm not mistaken. That's you.
Did you say state parks on the air weekend? What was that about the weekend and radio? Go ahead.
Yeah, the noise is picking up here on my end as well. But I think the week after, or the first week of the new year, is it's some sort of a Support Your Park weekend for Parks on the Air. So I may try to get down to the local one, to me in Carrollton, and activate that one just to get out one more time before work starts up.
Yeah, okay, copy that. Roger, roger on all. Wow. Huh. I'm in my mind, I'm kind of mulling that over a little bit. Would my wife go for me going on another one of these so soon? Let me keep an eye out for opportunity to sneak that into the conversation and see what happens. All right. Well, hey, noise is picking up there is what you say, and I'm going to hop out here, Philip, but it's very great having the QSO on 40 meters, and looking forward to hearing more about what you got in the logbook there after you've done that. KE8MEP, KC8YTV, wrapping it up. Go ahead.
All right, sounds good, Richard. I appreciate you hopping on there and confirming we can at least get a quick conversation in and on 40, being as close as we are. So I hope you have a good rest of the day. Get to spend some time there with your daughter and wife. And yeah, if you mention it to her and you don't get anything thrown at you, and it's something you might want to try to do, I can definitely maybe meet you halfway again, try another park in the middle if that's something you'd like to do. So I will wrap it up now, and I'll probably jump back here to Florida, try to get a few more contacts. Hope you have a great weekend. This is KE8MEP, back to you, Richard, KC8YTV.
Okay, Philip. Have a great day. 7-3 and happy trails there, brother. KE8MEP, KC8YTV, 7-3.
7-3, Richard. Take care.